Let's take a look at the next problem. It says a plane flies 900 miles with a tailwind in 3 hours. It takes the same plane 5 hours to fly the 900 miles when flying against the wind. What is the plane speed in still air? Now I'm going to show you one way to work this. And to be honest, I was looking through the book, and this is probably out of our old book. But I couldn't find where there was problems similar to this. Because I wanted to see what technique to use. And the technique I'm going to use may not match what the book is implying. It is covered in intermediate algebra. Okay, now we're talking about distance here. Distance is going to be based upon this formula. Distance is equal to r times t. Well, the first one. A plane flies 900 miles. So they're telling us distance is 900 with a tailwind in 3 hours. So they're telling us t is 3. And with the tailwind, we'll come back to that. So this would be times 3. Now, with a tailwind means you can go faster. So we're taking our rate in still air, and we're adding to it. So adding, I don't know, t for tailwind. So that's our first equation they give us. And then it says it takes the same plane 5 hours to fly the 900 miles when flying against the wind. So 900, this is r, and we'll come back to that, and takes us 5 hours. And that's when flying against the wind, which means your rate will be slower. Again, we're assuming the tailwind here and the wind here are the same quantity. Well, what I can do here is I can go ahead and divide both sides by 3. Like this. And you end up with 300 is equal to r plus capital T. On this one, I can divide both sides by 5. And that gives us 180 equals r minus t. Now, I did that just to get all the variables on one side, numbers on the other side. Now I can add these together. So I'll put them on top of each other. R minus t. And we can use the addition method. Some books call it the elimination method. And add these together. 3 plus 180 gives us 480 equals r plus r is 2r, and t minus t drops away. So then we'll divide both sides by 2. We're trying to get the r by itself. And that gives us r is equal to 240 miles, which would be A. So if we look, we should see 2A. And that matches. Now, sometimes I'm not the greatest at word problems. Sometimes the way I work it just is what jumps out at me. There may be a lot simpler way to work that, but that's the way that I viewed it, where they're giving you two different equations.